Good song this. Hey, big day today. 60th is a milestone, so we've brought some...
I think he walked in.
Oh, g'day, mate. What have we got here? Lachy Reid's at the studio. G'day, Lock.
How are we, boys?
How you going, buddy?
What's going on?
What's with your Melbourne Demons bag there?
It's the only grocery bag that I have, the Melbourne Demons bag. But
Yeah.
I've got some presents for the big fella.
Ah, good.
I am a little
you've got
embarrassed, though, because I brought a card... And it was a 70th. I'm sorry, Goss. I won't give you the 70th.
He'll take it and give it to his parents for their 70th wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
Today.
But I've got
So
some
that's
presents. Do you want your presents now?
Wow, you brought them in.
geez.
Love
Well,
it.
I
All we did was give
know.
him a cake.
Like, I've been around Goss a long time.
A long time.
And I know he loves a red wine.
Beautiful.
So I thought I'd get him a red wine.
Oh, good.
Obviously, Goss just really tucks in each night. I think that actually red wine was there in your desk when I moved in.
So he's given me a bottle of wine, the commemorative wine,
Yes.
which was our old Channel 10 station when we moved to Subiaco.
Oh, so it's matured.
Yeah.
It's
Cabernet Merlot. Oh, that's lovely.
Goss is a big fan of red wine.
Yeah, he loves
a
and
good
I'll tell you
red.
right now, that's whoever ends up with that bottle when he on gifts it, he's going to be very lucky.
Well, you know the real story about the on gifting. So I had a bloke come and do my roof, right?
Yes.
So they re-roofed my roof, and I gave a bottle of red wine to the one. He said, "What do you drink, beer or wine?" He goes, "No." Oh, we paid him as well, but I said to him, "I'll give you a bottle of red wine." So I gave him a bottle of red wine. Anyway, he texted me a photo of it, and he said, "I don't know if this was meant for me." It was, "Goss, let's make this work, Gilly." Right? When we started doing this show, and I'd on gifted the Gilly. Yeah,
That's brilliant. I've
didn't go
got a
down
couple
well.
of
What else
others.
you got?
I went to the Framer because Goss and I went back in time for many, many years at the Western Front, and we had some great photos together. So there's one of you and me, you dressed in your Subi gear, and I'm in my West Perth top. So there you go, mate.
Oh, fantastic.
Very nice.
Signed by you.
neck on you.
Signed by you.
This one is from our
Signed by
first ever year in the Western Front.
Yes.
Oh, look at you.
Get
There we
well,
go.
sexy, love Goss.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That was me. Who was that to?
Well, I've stolen these, mate. I don't know. I've just taken them out of your desk. I know you're a big fan. I know you're a big fan of
This
social
is all my
media.
stuff. This is my stuff. Well,
Hey, stop being ungrateful.
I didn't have a great farewell.
You're being ungrateful.
You're a massive fan of the social media, and you left this one behind. This is you and I when we won the social media prize.
This is
Football Media Award. This is all my stuff, mate.
And
be grateful.
you wouldn't be up to technology. So
What is that thing?
Well, that's a disc.
It's a disc?
Yeah,
Western Front
DVD.
disc.
That's a Western Front. That's our first ever show on the Western Front.
That's
I don't have the cover, but there you go.
That's just a disc of Locky's highlights
Two more,
from the Western
two more.
Front. Oh, man,
Actually,
you've gone above and beyond.
these are for Scotty Nurofen.
Thank
I
you.
know you're a
Oh,
fan of
Nurofen
good on you,
Savants.
mate.
Good.
And
Yep, I need
I'm
those,
not
yeah.
sure whether it's too early or not, but a Channel 10 stress ball. Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you, Lockie. Appreciate that. Hey, Lockie, in the bag. My job's still in there.
No, but my desk is very clean now of all your rubbish.
That is a disgrace.
Oh, that's taking
That is a
3 gifts
disgrace.
for you to go, this is my stuff.
Interesting enough, so Lockie can attest to this. So during my time at Channel 10, I loved it. I wasn't happy with the end of it, but I was happy with I loved the journey. I love all the people that worked there, apart from people who are in management. Now, interesting enough, you, Lockie, and I, the birthday would come around every year, and I never bought cake. So everyone had to bring your own cake.
You had to bring your own cake if it's your birthday.
Nice with
Yeah.
cups
So
there.
Goss would deny it's his birthday. Like he never celebrated his birthday. That's why I'm just blown away that we actually know that
Mate,
it's his 60th.
we hear about it in March.
No,
The countdown
no.
for February
In fact,
27 starts in March.
Goss never celebrated birthdays. I invited him to my 40th and he didn't even turn up.
Yeah.
He just couldn't be bothered. He was busy at home.
There would
on
have
the
been other
couch.
people there. He doesn't like people.
That's right, he's not a people's person.
No, I think the trot's wrong.
I had sandwiches out the back as well, and you still didn't come. But he did, when it was a bit of a milestone, he did organise other people to bring donuts. So he wouldn't bring it himself. He would get the bosses or the boss's PA
I'm
to
with
go
you.
and get the donuts for everyone.
I'm with you on that, and you shouldn't have to organise your own
Oh,
cake
it's
for your
weird.
own birthday. That's
weird.
That's why we went out.
I
to
organised my own
7-Eleven.
farewell too.
Just a party
No
for
one
one.
turned up to that as well.
We've got a caller on the line, Guy from Melbourne. Good morning, Guy. What would you like to contribute?
Yeah, I know why he had to organise his own farewell, because no one else wanted to turn
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Oh, Bluey McKenna.
Oh, you're a funny man.
And hopefully in all that prize or the presents there, Lockie, you've thrown in a dummy too, because I saw him close up at Wilbur's Worm when we used to do a pre-season basketball. Peter Sumich, Johnny Worsfold, myself, and I'm not sure because listeners are probably a little bit too young and groovy. They wouldn't have seen one flew over the cuckoo's nest. But you remember Chief, that used to just walk up and down the basketball court? Well, that was Goss. And look, I think I reckon he was always a frustrated coach. I know he went out and coached, I think, the Wembley Amateurs for a couple of seasons there, but I reckon, like, he introduced the basketball, the four-man defence. He was just great at one end, and we all had to run down defend. And he was just ahead of his time. That's all. It was flooding. I don't know what it was called, but he was ahead of his time. But I tell you what, if a decision didn't go his way, or didn't the dummy come out, we'd have to hurdle that as the four of us ran down and tried to defend the opposition. But he was a very competitive dude, a big dude, so he was very handy on the basketball court, and obviously a good friend. I heard you talking about Channel 10 there, Goss, and that weekend when the chopper went down, sadly, for the people that are on board, but we just looked at each other and just continued on.
Yeah. What might have been, eh, Bluey?
Yeah.
What might have been?
Yes, true. But one of my favourite, I remember sitting there on a Sunday afternoon doing the Channel 10 sports. Lockie, you'll love this. And I turned around to Goss and said, mate, how come your stories always start with first up tonight in sport, and mine always starts with and finally tonight in sport? So I used to get all the sports right down the bottom end of the sporting agenda, whereas Goss used to do the cricket, the football, the netball, the soccer. He got all the top shelf stuff, and rightly so too. Happy birthday, Goss.
Thank you, mate. Thank you very, very much. And Bluey, as I know we're going to make up with. We're combined for 5 weddings so far between us. So, mate, I'm happy to MC the next one too, mate. Appreciate it. Good on you, Bluey.
Good on you, Blue. Have a great day, mate.
Enjoy the day, mate.
Thank you.
Good on you, brother. Another caller. The calls have lit up. Adam from Subiaco. Good morning, Adam.
Hello. Good morning.
Oh, g'day, Adam. What would you like to contribute to the show?
Not much, actually. I think I've got the wrong number.
The great Gilly. The great Gilly.
Is that insurance line?
We can reconnect your power for you.
I just know that. I just remember hearing that for the first, year and 3 quarters when callback people were ringing when I was on the show with Goss, because that's all they wanted, the insurance line. But we got the happy birthday, big fella.
Oh, thank you, Gilly.
There you go.
Yeah, very good. Thank you.
What a wonderful milestone, mate. Congratulations. I look forward to you buying the donuts and the coffees this morning when you get off air, just down at Melograno there. I'll come down and bring the family down.
One thing you won't do, Gil, though, is give him a bottle of red for his birthday, because he's just going to palm it off onto someone else.
I was thinking of that just before, Scotty. Yeah, I'm wondering who's going to... I need to get the appropriate gift for whoever's birthday it is next, because I'll end up with whatever I give Goss.
I am one of the great non-sellers. I'm very much one of the great non-sellers.
It's been a very nice journey. I'm
you,
sure everyone's recollecting times when they first met you and the first involvements. Mine was... Well, I was just listening to the back end of Bluey there about the Channel 10 news bulletin. If he reckons his stories were buried deep, mine were still on the edit room floor. But that's when I got my opportunity to first, obviously, with you in and around our cricket training, Goss, but then to be given a chance with you and Sticks in the Channel 10 room to learn the ropes and try and understand a bit of the media side of it, dress up as Mickey Mouse at the end of year parties and end up somewhere on the back streets of Wembley.
Oh, this is what we want to hear.
His wife wouldn't let him into his house. His wife wouldn't let him into the house.
These are the stories we want to hear. None of this, you're a great mentor garbage. We don't want any of that.
No, that's perfect mentoring. That set me up to learn how to deal with playing in the Australian cricket. The tours weren't easy back in those days, but covering Big Bash, covering everything together. It was It's been unreal.
Thank you,
unreal,
mate.
mate.
Thank
So
you, mate.
I'm thrilled you've got this far, and I look forward to many more birthdays ahead.
Good on you, mate. Thank you, Gilly. Thank you.
Gee,
Fantastic. This is really
dual
nice.
premiership player, Gilly, who's won every tournament.
Couple of stars on the sporting
You're
stage.
famous or something.
Who would you get, Scotty, if it was your birthday?
Not Jack Gale, because he called me a fat prick.
Overweight.
I don't think Sheeds would ring.
No.
No.
Gary.
Very nice. It is very, very, very nice.
Another
You'll
caller.
get emotional in a moment.
Oh, I tell you, he won't.
We
But
know
you know
Goss
what?
very
Because
well.
I've got to tell you, he's read out to me privately his messages from his family, his kids and
Yeah.
his wife. They've reduced me to tears. An old Iceman over here is going, oh, that's beautiful. That's nice. And I'm going, cry, man. Surely that makes you cry.
He'll let himself go at some
He's-
stage.
the
There'll be a
message-
tear.
the
You can just
messages
see it
from his
now. He's
family.
starting just to choke up a touch.
Enough.
The messages from his family have been ridiculous, and all they've pointed out is that my wife and kids hate me. So they write anything like
The
that.
biggest issue being is that they're beautiful by text, and when I see them face to face, they hate my guts.
Next, we've got Paul from Annandale. Good morning, Paul.
Yeah, happy birthday, great man. I wanted to come in and join the team, but I enjoyed my sleep. But it is my day off, so it would have been nice to be in there with you. But I did see the photo of you boys. There was a photo of the breakfast crew. Adam Simpson, obviously Scotty Cummings and Tim Gossage. What about me, Tim? I thought I was a part of the team that was going to be working with you on a Friday, Brett.
We just come in and maybe
Didn't quite make it.
Hey, you want to do some of the pre-season first, mate, before you just walk in and take some of the accolades.
Anytime you want to start it Friday, too. I'm happy to vacate the chair. It's coming up soon, Hayes. Hayes, how have you found working with the great man for these years now? Have you learnt anything from him?
Well, I know you didn't want me to talk about him being a great mentor, but to be fair, when I was about 23, I was a skinny kid that was from Northampton. I couldn't put a sentence together, and here I am all these years later. I'm now 43. I'm not skinny anymore. I'm a little bit overweight, and I still can't put a sentence together, but the great man, he saw something in me, and Daniel Chick at the time, the two boys from Northampton, we joined that great show, The Western Front, and I've basically been working in the media on and off ever since because of the great man. And when I was out of work and they were looking for somebody at SEN to kick things off, it was Tim Gossage that rang up. Craig Hutchison said, Paul Hasleby is your guy. So I do owe him a lot, and I'm very appreciative for everything that he's done for me across that time. So happy birthday, great man. I really do
Thank
mean
you.
it. No bottles of wine for me, though.
Hayes, he did sack you, though. He did give you the boot from Channel 10 as well.
Well, Michael Barlow was taking my spot left, right and centre. He took my spot on the football field, and then he took my spot at Channel 10 as well.
Did you
It was a
give
pretty
Hayes-
tough
I think
time,
you got
mate.
rid of him. I think you'd had enough
Did you
of him.
give
after
Hayes the
decade.
lemon and tart?
Did I really?
Yeah.
What, you found something brighter and shinier to look at and play with, did you?
Apologies.
I was on the outer, wasn't I, down there at Fremantle? You wanted somebody that was playing all the time.
Yeah, good. I appreciate it, and we are looking forward to working with you, mate. Looking forward. Are you looking forward to the weekend of the Eagles and the Dockers both stepping out?
Yeah, can't wait. Saw it last night. Collingwood in shape. Melbourne, I'm excited to see what Melbourne can do, but Fremantle, I think they should be too good. And West Coast, they need to get off to a good start, and they should against North Melbourne.
You can tell he's getting uncomfortable here, Hayes, which is strange because I've never, ever seen him before in my lifetime in the years that I've worked with him now take the topic away from himself and try and get it onto footy.
He's wondering who's next. Who's ringing through next?
He's feeling uncomfortable. Anyway, thanks, Hayes, mate. Your show's going beautifully
Thank you for your
and you're doing a great job, mate. Look forward to working with you throughout the year.
Anybody else?
Must be nice to have people to talk to, boys.
Go away now. Go away. So he'll be talking to himself from 3 to 5 this afternoon. Now, I know. Listen, I know you have heroes in your world.
Yep.
A lot of people look at you and say thank you and geez, you gave me a chance. But you've got heroes in your world.
I do.
And if you found a bloke who plays for Subiaco, you generally love him.
Yep.
But if you find a bloke who plays for Subiaco and St Kilda, then he's a god to you.
Yep.
George from Duncraig. Good morning, George.
Scotty, good morning to you.
Oh, it's George Young. It's the great George Young. I've got that voice, left, right and centre.
It's great to be part of a wonderful day, and Goss, great to share the 60th with you, mate.
Thank
You've been
you.
a great man over many a decade.
Thank you, Joey. Really appreciate it, mate. And so we had what was the celebration we had at Crown? It was my 30 years at Channel 10.
yep.
Was that?
Yeah.
Oh, that was, yeah. That
And I was gone 3 months later. But
Look, you got that one in.
I got that one in. And look, that is fair. And I was allowed to invite friends outside, and it was all work colleagues
Did you get an
and
invite,
family.
Scott?
No.
Anyway, and I couldn't invite this guy quick enough, George Young, who was my footy hero growing up.
Yeah.
And, from very young age, whether it would be playing cricket down at Subiaco Cricket Club, where he was a terrific player, played Shield cricket as well, made a century, went to St Kilda, played with Subi, and we've always stayed in touch. And
Fine goal king coach too, George.
he's-
Righto. That's
It's
enough.
not about.
That's enough.
It's not about George, mate.
Yeah.
It's not about
Right.
George. George, what do you want to say about Goss, mate? What have you found anything?
Well, Scotty, when I found out that I was asked to come onto your show yesterday, I was a little bit worried. And last night, or this morning, I woke up at about 4 o'clock. Now, what am I going to say about Goss? Well, what a waste of 3 hours that was. So it was just a total waste of time and sleep. So I've wasted half a day. But the great man, he's an ornament to the sporting industry and also the journalistic side of things. So you've done a great job, Goss, and
Thank you, mate.
to survive for so long has been magnificent. Just have you part of being a friend and a close associate. We have got 3 things in common, Goss.
Yes.
Wembley, Subiaco, and St Kilda.
Very
Unfortunately, it's the old Meatloaf song. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. But, anyway,
George, are there any times
we
over the
will
years?
survive.
Any times over the years,
Sorry?
mate? You had any? Well, you are one of the good ones at giving a clip. Were there any times at all that you had to give Goss a bit of a clip along the years, pull him up?
Not really. No,
Yeah.
he's very rarely. He's always on my side, so there's no need to bag him or have a crack at him. He would be a very easy target if I did want to get a bit angry with him. But
Good man.
we'd let him off the hook most of the time. So
Thank you.
No, he's a wonderful man, and his contribution to journalism and sport in Western Australia has been quite outstanding. And he does a lot of work behind the scenes for different charities and different sporting organisations, and we love Goss for all that. And to achieve the 60 years is magnificent, and let's hope that he might hit his kick at least, very soon. It'll be the first time he ever has, so you never know. We might get a beer out of him, Scotty.
Oh, fat chance. Don't hold your breath on
Thank
that
you,
one,
George.
mate.
Appreciate it.
Good
Thank
idea,
you.
George.
What a
Thanks for
legend.
being a part of
What
that.
beautiful
How's
man.
that, Some big names
Big
in
names.
sport,
You call
Goss.
from your hero on your birthday.
Yeah, he is
not
my
bad.
hero. He is my genuine hero. So I'm very grateful. Thank you. Thank you for all those people who've called and all those people who are texting. Loving you, Lachy. Lachy, you're a great West Perth representative who wins who wins tonight, Mr. Wildcat?
Wildcats, I think, might win the series, yeah. Yeah, I think they're playing good basketball.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. To
Got their
roll
full team
them there.
back,
Yeah.
played 3 games. They're ready to go.
Scotty from
I know
Bayswater.
the hoops.
I'm Mr. Wildcat. Scotty from Bayswater.
Every time.
Scotty from Bayswater wants to know when Scotty's celebrating his birthday, will Matt Owies call in?
No, absolutely. He's a ripping
Owie.
bloke. He's not a good bloke. It's just not true. Just got one more caller. And you know what? The beauty of this show is that it goes global. We've got the ability at SEN to go global. We're not just a
He's
little
known
market.
outside of Perth.
Absolutely, he's known outside of Perth. We've got a caller from Los Angeles. We've got Craig from LA. Good morning, Craig.
Hey, Scotty, happy birthday, Goss.
Thank
oh, wow.
you. Thank
That's
you,
the
Hutchie.
boss. Oh, my God, it's the boss.
You're a bit nervous now.
Oh, hang on a sec. Thanks to Macca's. And don't forget footy tipping with the game. Sign up now and you could win 10K. Craig from...
Baranote Day because of Littleton's and everything.
Hey, Hutchie, you're in LA and you've called in for the great man's birthday.
I wouldn't have missed it. It's a big event when it gets Lachy Reid in Chicago, by the way.
Hello,
big
Hutchie.
big event, Lachy. But, hey, Goss, I can't believe you still got the same youthful enthusiasm as... I remember you when I was a young, aspiring Herald Sun reporter in Melbourne, watching the 5:40pm Channel 10 news every night. When you came over to Melbourne, you dominated, big presence on the boundary line every night, breaking the stories and taking Melbourne by storm. And your infectious energy in that stint in Melbourne inspired me to actually want to get into television. I'm not sure I've ever told you that, but you had a great way of going about it then, and you still do now. And I'll tell you what, Scotty, in all seriousness, longevity is a very, very hard thing to do in media.
Yeah.
Look at the events of the last 24 hours. You're a mistake away from being over as a broadcaster. And what Goss has done is he's been a great newsbreaker, great opinionist, a lot of fun and chic. He's balanced family life and work life and aspiration and career. He's done it in a town where it's not always that easy. So What a journey, Goss. Happy 60th, mate. You
Thank
deserve every bit of success you're having at the moment. No wonder people want to buy houses off you. Probably half the population probably just do it just because they like you rather than actually want to live where they go.
They don't want to sell at all. They just want to meet Goss.
And you've still got the youthful enthusiasm that you had when you were young.
Thank
You'd be 30 something back then when you were secretly breaking St Kilda and pretending not to on the Channel 10 News every night.
Thank you, Hutchie. Isn't it?
And still winning awards, Hutch, too. He won 2 media awards last year as well. So, and you talk about longevity in the game, but still be at your peak when you're almost 60. I mean, wow.
Yeah, appreciate it. Hey, Hutchie, appreciate those words, mate. Appreciate it a lot.
It's a good call.
3-year contract extension, isn't it?
You're breaking up. You're breaking up now?
Have a wonderful birthday.
Thank you,
Goss.
mate.
Thanks for all you've done for SE and across West Australia. You are a powerhouse. Have been a powerhouse. And we're all blessed to work with you. So have a great day,
Too
mate.
kind, mate. Good on you, Hutchie. Thank you.
Safe travels, Hutch.
Good on you, mate.
Oh,
there he
good
is.
day.
That's the boss.
He didn't go on about the contract.
No, I think it was a bad line. It was a bad line.
There was a bluey yesterday about the kitchen, and I might have overstepped the mark.
Oh, no. Oh, dear.
It's hard to re-sign a contract when you've got 17 HR infringements you've still got to address first. So.
Hey, don't worry.
We've got to get
I
through
left a
those.
few at the other place too.